Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Chakelson, and I'm going to recite you a poem I wrote called, the silly poem called, The Day My Toes Got Twisted. Inspired by that silly poem called My Toes Are Out to Get Me, written by Christopher Maloney, and which was recited on Noggin. Rest in peace, Noggin. And I think I got inspired years ago, and this poem is actually something like I came up with. Hold up. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, anyway, here's the poem. Okay, sorry. It started one fine morning. I just got out of bed. I thought everything was fine from my feet up to my head, but I knew something was wrong by the time I looked straight down. All my toes were twisted, which made me start to frown. I tried to walk out the bedroom, but when I reached the door, I sadly tripped after my first step and fell flat on the floor. I received bumps on my forehead and a large bruise on my nose. I guess that's what happens when I have 10 twisted toes. The nails pointed to the side instead of right on top. Every time I tried to walk, I fell down with a plop. I bumped into doors, cabinets, and every single shelf. I would never walk again if I didn't help myself. If I couldn't walk normally, I couldn't even run. I knew that having twisted toes was never any fun. Every time I walked or ran, I always took a fall. I guess the best thing I could do at the time was crawl. And so I started crawling on my hands and on my knees. It wasn't hard at all, but I kept thinking, "Help me, please!" I couldn't get up easily because I fell down with a crash. I didn't want my face to be something the floor would smash. Those bruises on my body were such a pain to see. It seemed like I would never stand up tall, just like a tree. If I carried kitchenware, it always seemed to tumble. Every time I dropped the dishes, I would always grumble. When I walked up and down the stairs, I got all black and blue. Was there ever anything that I was able to do? I bumped into many things when I walked across the street. I wish I could fix the twisted toes down at my feet. I got lots of cuts, and boy, did I bleed. Twisted toes are the things that I would never need. Things would always break, and I just felt so sad. If this nightmare just continued, my life would be so bad. My parents saw me badly hurt, and then thought of a plan. They said, "We'll call a hospital as fast as we can." I got lifted on a wheelchair, and the wheels sure did turn. I was hoping to get rid of this pain that would always burn. The ambulance pulled by my building. I had to wait no more. 2 people rode the elevator right up to my floor. They came in with a mattress, and me they really found. They lifted me onto They lifted me on the mattress, and its wheels started turning round. I was rolling to the elevator and moved across the floor. I ended up in the ambulance, and someone shut the door. As the ambulance drove across my city, I just took a rest. I tried not to think about my toes to never get depressed. The ambulance got to the hospital, and at last it made a stop. I was carefully wheeled out, and luckily I didn't even drop. I went across the hospital and ended up in a room. I was waiting patiently for the end of my doom. A doctor came into my room and made it super quick. I told him about my aching pain that made me kind of sick. I said, "My toes are twisted and I can't even walk at all. Every time I try to walk, I simply take a fall." The doctor said, "I'll help you, sir, and take your pain away." I thought, I hope he helps me. I hope he'll save the day. At first he cleaned off all the blood to make sure I was well. He also fixed the bruises that I got from when I fell. I was finally clean and looking good. But this was not the end. The doctor said, "Lie down on your back, but don't twitch, turn, or bend." The doctor looked at all 10 toes as I lay down on my back. He grabbed each and every single toe. It made me hear a crack. After the doctor's work was done, I was in for a surprise. When I looked down at my feet, I couldn't believe my eyes. My toes were back to normal. They were back in place. I said, "Thank you," to my doctor, with a smile on my face. I could finally walk again. I could even run. It made me smile, a giant smile that's brighter than the sun. I walked out of the hospital as happy as can be. I was grateful for my doctor and what he did to me. I rode home in a car that had a lot of space. I was happy that I would never, ever, I was happy that I wouldn't ever hurt my face. I could do whatever I could ever do at all. I was having the time of my life. I just had a ball. And now I have something I would like to say to you. It's a little lesson that is important and true. Whenever you feel injured, please let someone know. And you will feel the best you'll ever be wherever you may go. And that's the poem. What do you all think of it? Just tell me in the comment section below. And I'll see you then. Goodbye.